Hey guys, Pete here. Thought I'd give you an updated studio tour. I've been doing so many pieces lately, especially with the pour paintings, that I had to kind of make room. So I had to do some reorganization, added several pieces. The thing about it is I've still got several pieces that are out on display. I've got 11 down the street on display. I've also got 2 pieces up at the Garrett Museum of Art that are on display that'll be coming home tomorrow. If you haven't a chance to get to Garrett and you want to see him in the museum, well, today and tomorrow is pretty much your last opportunity. But anyway, with no further ado, so these are the doors. I just love these doors, oak doors. Got my easels there that I paint with, sketchbook, supplies. This is the desks that I got. I absolutely love it. The top can be flat or it can be at an angle too. So it's really great to work with. I keep my Winsor Newton paints over in this cart. And then on the wall here, you see my cork board that I love, that I put my initials for Positively Pete on. But I moved some of my pieces over here. I've still got this corner which I'm working on. As you can see, it's going to be kind of the inside of a castle looking out. So I think that'll be really cool when I get it done. Here's more supplies, some snacks if you get hungry. I've got some easels there, some 3M command strips for hanging paintings on the wall without damaging the paint. I've got my Mod Podge up here for sealers, as well as some glosses. I've got some markers there, some brushes, some plastic palette knives. Here I've got all of my Artist Loft paints, as well as some oils and watercolors that I'm going to start experimenting with. Various size canvases, palettes back there, large and small. My canvases actually range from 2 inches by 2 inches all the way up to 36 by 48. So very wide range. The wooden window there is actually going to go over here. So this will be really cool when it gets done. So it'll just sit there like that. Can't decide if I want to stain it or not. I might just leave it natural wood color. Anyway, so I've got my mailers up there, more canvases. These are my larger canvases from 8x8, 8x10. Again, all the way up to 36 by 48, 18 by 24. I've got some pretty cool and interesting canvases as well. Here's a 4 triangle canvas that I'll be using. The 8x8 there is a gesso board, so nice and smooth. I've found that I really like the Level 2 Artist Loft Ultra Smooth canvases. They work exceptionally well, especially for pour paintings. So if you're looking for a good canvas for pour painting, I highly recommend Artist Loft Level 2 Ultra Smooth. Over here, I've got actually a cart full of my pour paints. So whenever I get ready, I just wheel it over to my desk over here. Let me give you a little tip, something I discovered, and this is the best thing ever. And that is Reynolds Wrap non-stick aluminum foil. It works so fantastic for pour paintings, for keeping them from actually sticking. When I first started, I used the blue towels there, shop towels, and it would get stuck to the back and it would just be really nasty and icky. So I discovered the non-stick aluminum foil and it works absolutely fantastic. Also, speaking of pour paintings, I invested in a hair dryer It actually helps the pour paintings dry faster. It also helps the cells to develop on the canvas. So pretty interesting. Here's my sink, my original painting I started with that I almost didn't let see the light of day. The flower I did 10 months later, just to show improvement. I'm planning on doing that every 10 months to a year, painting that same picture just to see the progress as I go. My poor sink here, it's had every color paint you can imagine in there, so it's kind of dirty, but that's okay. It's just for cleaning off paint. Got my little corner here. Here are some of my pour paintings, as well as some of my abstract and acrylic ink paintings. I love this one because it just makes me think of a wizard. You see the wizard there with the pointy hat, walking along, casting his magic. This one really turned out cool. It's got a lot of 3D depth to it, which is interesting. If you can get past it looking like eyeballs, evidently, I keep hearing. This one's kind of like a peacock. Again, people are saying, oh, I see eyeballs in there. Well, I mean, if you do, you do. That's perfectly fine. These are probably my favorites that I've done as far as pour paintings go. These are the blue ones. It's 2 colors of blue along with silver and white and some silicone oil. And it just looks like fluid moving, water moving. And there's some bubbles and some drops there. This is one I did last night. And I wish I could get this to come across on the video. There is really a lot of 3D depth here that you're not getting on this video. So hopefully you can come see me in person at my studio sometime and see this in person. Trust me, it is so much more dramatic. This is another one that I did. Kind of reminds me of waves crashing in. An older one, abstract. This is acrylic ink, actually. My first foray into that, and using ink instead of paint is really kind of fun. This is also acrylic ink here. This is an older, one of my first pour paintings that I did. And just some others here. Cross with slate. Come down the shelf, I've got some bigger ones here. This is one of my more recent ones. I love how the cells formed on this one. I think it turned out really well. This is one I call Majestic, just because of the colors, the red and the golds. And these are actually little mini canvases, little mini pours. They were a lot of fun to do. Some more pours down here, along with the ocean painting. And I love this one in the center, and it actually, I called it Unity because it feels like we're divided a lot as a nation now, and I wanted to do something that showed us coming together. So that's what that represents. Down here, we've got a 4x12 tree, as well as a 4x12 sunset. This is one of the first abstracts I did. I hated it to start with. But once I framed it, it actually turned out really cool. So I really like it now. Over here, I've got some more pours as well as some ocean paintings. I love that one because it just reminds me of Tim Burton for some reason. And this is one of my more recent ones. Call it Fury. I think it's because of the red. In a way, it kind of reminds me of Darth Maul from Star Wars. If you're a Star Wars fan, you understand that reference. Lake painting. I call this one Into the Fire. It just reminds me of the colors of fire, and it was a lot of fun to do. Cross. Down here, I've got my abstract flower paintings, blue, red, and purple, as well as another flower that I did. I call this abstract Divide because there's kind of a hedge there dividing two sides. Another abstract that I did, experimentation with tape. Paint down here some butterflies, as well as a lighthouse and some flowers. And then down here's another abstract I did, as well as some other abstracts. Over here, we've got my cool sign. I found this chalk markers, and they are really cool, really fun to work with, and they wipe off just like chalk. It's incredible. My book, and then my little sign down here. So anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed this short tour today. I hope to be able to do one again once I get all my other paintings back. Anyway, have a wonderful day. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'll talk to you later.